Welcome back to Dortmund, Germany, as we continue the 94 World Team Gymnastics Championships. As we mentioned, 95, a big year here, the European Figure Skating Championships on CBC in February. There's Vitaly Marinich of Ukraine. As Carol mentioned off the top of the show, this team comes in as the favorite in the position of playing catch-up now.
We're going to get gold medal, I hope, because we have like 4 super gymnasts, most of our team, superstars. Like Misutin, Karapchinsky, Sharipov, Marinich. That's why.
Great deal of confidence on the part of Marinich. He won a bronze medal at the World Championships in Brisbane in April on the pommel horse. That's where he is now.
This is a great event for him to be confident on. His natural physique works well on pommel horse. He can manipulate the horse really well, keeping his center of gravity right over his base of support, showing excellent extension. Nice rhythm. He's working the horse well, back and forth. It's important to use the entire horse. Now look at that. He broke into scissor work, which is a requirement, but he's one of the few men that doesn't hesitate, that doesn't chop the rhythm of the routine. Great dismount.
Outstanding routine for Vitaly Marinich of Ukraine. And remember, they are chasing Russia and China, and they were the favorites coming in.
Nice form. Knees are straight, feet are absolutely extended, keeping his center of gravity right over his base of support, and that keeps him going.
The result is an outstanding 9.65 on one of the most difficult apparatus in all of gymnastics. There's Valeri Belenki, 25 years old, competes for Germany, but is a native of Azerbaijan, one of the former Soviet republics. However, Azerbaijan is not recognized by the International Gymnastics Federation, so a year ago, he left to compete for Germany, and he's a good high bar worker.
He certainly is, and when he got his German citizenship in January, they were thrilled. 2 big releases there. Tkachev into an immediate ginger, struggling a little bit on the required in-bar work. He's fighting through. Now, this is also a requirement. Difficult to do really good in locates into an eagle grip giant. Getting set for the dismount. Oh, there it is. One of the most difficult dismounts in the book. Double twisting, double back.
Germans had high hopes for their team. They were bolstered by imports, Koba and Belenki. And here's another look at a high-flying routine by Belenki.
Great touch of their amplitude-wise, but a little execution error with the knees and feet. You can see he's got them crossed. Fights through the routine well.
Well, he likes that routine. The result is a 9-4. Germany had hoped to score higher there. Back to Ivankov and the rings. This is one of his events. He is a very strong gymnast, and by that I mean, Carol, he has tremendous upper body strength.
And that's exactly what it requires to be a champion on rings. And he's young, Scott. He is still developing. So the future's incredibly bright. Starts with a beautiful Maltese, holds it for the required 2 seconds. Drops right into an inverted cross. The rings are still, he's in good control, and shows it again.
Had a bronze medal in the rings at the 93 Worlds in Birmingham, England. He was only 17 years old then.
It was a bit of a surprise for him. He's good. Oh, excellent double back on rings. He's good on every event. Fight for that landing really nicely.
One small step backwards, but still a good routine for Ivankov, the world champion.
Here we're going to see that double back. That's a kazogi. It's named after a Hungarian gymnast, and what's difficult, what he's doing is he swings right into a handstand and holds it.
9.487 for Ivankov as Belarus tries to get into this medal hunt. And now to the floor exercise, and China, Huadong.
Starting with a full and back out, a little out of control there. You could see he was still rotating when he hit the floor, had to take that step backwards. 3 front layouts, not as difficult as what most of the men are doing now, adding a full twist or even a 1.5 twist. But look at this. Guguladze, excellent extension. beautiful flare work up to handstand has been named after the former Soviet star, Guguladze.
After 4 rotations, Russia in the lead. They're on the parallel bars, and this the 5th rotation, so China trying to make up ground on the floor.
This will be an important score for him to contribute to his team, but he's not known for great floor work, but that's all right. If he can give his team a consistent score, that's what they need.
Bell signifying that the final tumbling run is coming up for Huadong of China.
He has between 50 seconds and 70 seconds, so he's well within the time limit. Then he keeps with a full system double back in the tuck position.
The best 5 of 6 scores will count for each routine in each rotation.
This is another view of part of his Guguladze, actually probably the best part of his floor routine. His tumbling was fine, but not nearly as difficult as most of the superstars are showing here in Dortmund.
9.375 for Huadong of China, and will that be enough to help his team regain the lead in the 5th rotation? To the parallel bars now, and Russia, Evgeni Chabaev. Interesting, we saw him in Hamilton in October, won the Soapberry Shop World Gymnastics Challenge there, and this is the rising superstar for Russia. 3rd all-around at the Goodwill Games, 3rd all-around at the European Championships, and 5th all-around at the World Championships in Brisbane. Great resume developing.
Oh, certainly is. Now, take a look at those red armbands. That indicates he has some big, high-flying double salto work, and there's one right there. The armbands aren't a deduction, and most men doing the double saltos wear them to protect their arms from the tremendous impact. Working P-bars well with another double salto.
Just missed a medal on this event at the World Championships in Australia. He wound up 4th on the P-bar, setting up for the dismount now, and he hits it. Evgeni Chabaev of Russia, as they try to retain the lead.
Now take a look at this in slow motion. Here's that double back, the Morsu, named after Japanese gymnast, and you can see the tremendous impact on his arms.
Accepting congratulations from his Russian teammates, and now looking for his score, 9.487 for Evgeni Chabaev. And so with 1 rotation left, China has a slim lead, but they are heading to the Pommel horse, one of the most difficult events in men's gymnastics. Russia has a shot at gold on the high bar, one of their strongest events. We'll return with the final showdown as our coverage of the 94 Worlds continues from Dortmund in just a moment. We are back at Westfalen, Holland, and the 94 World Team Gymnastics Championships, the 6th and final rotation about to begin. Li Ying, 24 years old, of China. We set this up for you. China is on the pommel horse, a very difficult apparatus. Russia will go to the high bar, so the advantage is to Russia in this final rotation as China tries to win a coveted gold medal, a surprise gold medal.
Scott, he's coming into this competition with good confidence from the preliminary meet, scoring a 9.5, but under this pressure, can he hang on? Pommel horse just requires so much physical demand, but what it really comes down to is a psychological battle between the gymnast and the pommel horse to keep it going.
And Li Ying is keeping it going right now. Always the great danger that one will fall off the pommel horse, but he's moving well, and the duration of the routine is great.
Excellent routine.
Li Ying of China, a veteran of the team, was on the silver medal winning team at the Olympics in Barcelona, and could China be headed for gold here?
This is a great view of excellent amplitude, tremendous extension through the hips, right through the lower leg. Gorgeous.
9.562 for Li Ying of China, and they're going to go head-to-head with Russia as we move over now to the high bar to take a look at Evgeni Chabaev.
He's coming into this event under disadvantage. Unfortunately, while we were watching Li on pommel horse, his teammate Krosh fell off high bar and has put all the pressure onto Chabaev.
Krosh scored an 8.9.
Big Kovacs there. He's handling the pressure well. Right into a hop full. And another Kovacs. Now, it dropped down a little bit, but he's fighting through really well.
Certainly no time to take any risk elements out of the routine. Evgeni Chabaev coming up to the dismount now.
Excellent. Double twisting, double back. He is challenging China.
21-year-old Evgeni Chabaev of Moscow.
Here's a look at one of those Kovacs. Flips it right over the bar, hangs on, and immediately performs a hop full over the high bar.
Oh, look at that result, Carol. A great result for Chabaev to keep them in the hunt. 9-6-8-7. There is a battle on for the bronze medal as well. Vitaly Scherbo on the vault.
Scott, he's known for his impeccable, precise technique. Round off entry, double twist, hangs on for the landing.
Scherbo one little step on the landing, but knows for the most part he nailed that vault. Belarus challenging Ukraine for the bronze medal.
He likes this one. Great round off onto the beat board, double twist, sees the landing, only a slight pop after that incredible impact.
9-6-7-5 for the former world champion Vitaly Scherbo. Over to the rings, and Vitaly Marinich of Ukraine.
Already well into the routine, showing the required strength, static hold, dropping into an inverted cross. And another gorgeous Maltese. Marinich is beautiful on rings. Gorgeous L cross. The coach is stepping in now to assist with the dismount as he sets up for it.
Ukraine third after 5 rotations, trying to hang on for the bronze medal.
Good swing to handstand. He's got to control those rings. No movement at all. Double layout.
And nailed the landing. Vitaly Marinich gets congratulations. Look at this strengthening.
Excellent view. Flips back, maintains his position, again flips back, and pulls it right into a gorgeous iron cross in the L position.
Rustam Sharapov, one of his teammates, congratulates him. 9-6-5 for Marinich on the rings. Now a critical high bar routine for Alexei Voropaev of Russia. Remember that 8-9 looms. They want to get rid of that. 5 of 6 routines must count.
This is the best one to ask for. He's coming in first place from preliminaries on this event. Unbelievable. This is a heartbreaking experience for Voropaev. A Kovacs he normally does so well, completely miscalculates his cost and misses it.
Now the crowd cheers him on. He gets back up on the bar and will continue his routine from the point of the fall. He can afford no more mistakes for his team.
Absolutely not, Scott. They are counting a fall. Now he looks like he's doing another Kovacs. Oh, God. It's over for the Russians. It's just over.
Extended those fingers and again could not get a hold of the bar.
Now, Scott, he has the choice to repeat the element again, and the true champion that he is, he tried it again to get the value and get those much-needed bonus points, but unfortunately, his timing is just off on the Kovacs today.
5-5-7-5 for a distraught Alexei Voropaev, and that means that Huadong of China has a chance to nail down the gold medal with this pommel horse routine. He does not want a mistake.
And what a great pommel horse routine this has been so far. Look at that single pommel work. That is the mark of a true champion on pommel horse. That's the most difficult thing you can do. Multiple hand changes on one pommel, up to handstand, flares it back down. He's going for the gold medal.
China already has 4 solid routines on the pommel horse. This would make 5, and this would solidify their gold medal effort here in Dortmund.
The coach and his teammate are standing up, watching on in anticipation of this big dismount. He's got it.
Huadong finishes it off for China, and for the first time we've seen a great celebration from the Chinese bench. They are the gold medal champions. And they did it the hard way, finishing up on the pommel horse. 9-8-3-7 for Huadong of China. China hits 5 for 5 on the pommel. They power to the gold medal. Russia, after faltering on high bar, has to settle for silver. A close battle for the bronze, with Ukraine just edging the European champions from Belarus. Chinese celebration, a surprise gold medal is theirs. We'll return to Germany in just a moment. Championships, China celebrating a gold medal performance. They use experience to follow up on Olympic silver. Russia's youth claims the silver this time. The favorites from Ukraine will have to settle for bronze. Well, this is a huge surprise, Carol. No one, and I mean no one, expected China to walk out of here with the gold medal.
What a surprise. And they did it the hard way. China knew they were in first place heading into the last event, the toughest event, Pommel horse. They hit 6 for 6. Incredible.
A comment on the performance of Canada. They wind up 15th overall. They came here expecting more than that.
They were hoping for a top 14th place finish. They had a little bit of trouble during the compulsories, but some really great optional performances, and their future looks bright.
All right, Canada has a lot of work to do now before the next World Championships in Sabai, Japan, a year from now. But right now, China is in top of the men's gymnastics world here at the Westfalen Hallen in Dortmund, Germany.